Hello, and welcome to the Christian Life Coach podcast, where we talk about all things shedding excess mental and or physical weight by being transformed through the renewing of your mind. I am Shanna, your Christian Life Coach. We are wrapping up the first of what will probably be many weight loss series. This is the first weight loss series, and this is episode number 13 of the Christian Life Coach podcast. So welcome. Through the past several episodes, I think this is the 7th episode in the weight loss series, we have talked about the mindset behind weight loss from several different angles. We have talked about how quick fixes are not solutions. We have talked about intermittent fasting. We've talked about a lot of things. Last week, we talked about losing weight loss from that place of future you, being future you now to become that person, to be the person that God created you to be. And this is a great follow-up to that episode. We are going to talk about consistency, and really all of the other episodes, they all relate, right? They all, you can watch one and you can start at any point and then watch the others. It does not matter what order you listen or watch these episodes in, it all works together. So our theme today is consistency matters more than perfection. And one of the things that I say all the time is small, simple steps taken over time consistently create amazing results. And one of the things that really gets in the way or trips people up in regards to consistency is they think that they're not doing enough. They feel like they need to take big action. And when we start with big action, we burn out quickly. And so our brains are like, no, just, it's not enough. Just sit back, relax, just don't do anything because this isn't enough. But really, we know that small actions done consistently over time create big change. I mean, look at the Grand Canyon, look at rivers, snow, the glaciers, like little action taken over time creates great change. And if we can remind ourselves of that, then it is so helpful in anything that we want to accomplish. So we are going to talk about how to be consistent. What are the important aspects of consistency? We want to consistency helps to build trust in ourselves. When we say we're going to do something and we do it consistently over time, we learn to trust ourselves. It can get boring, and I don't know. I almost think it kind of should be boring. Like, these are just the things that I do. It's not, I don't have a lot of drama in my mind about doing them. This is just what I do. And when you can get to that point and you can create consistency in the small actions that lead to a result, and you can get to the point where you just do it on repeat without really thinking about it, that is when you can pretty much do anything. So perfectionism is kind of the enemy of consistency. So we're going to talk about three pillars or 3 points about consistency or steps, I guess. In order to create consistency in your life, and this, you can apply this to weight loss, you can apply it to anything, but we're going to talk specifically about weight loss. So the first step to creating consistency in your life is to develop clarity, or Elizabeth Benton calls it specificity. So know exactly what you want, know what it's going to take to get there, know why it matters. And so we are going to break down specifically, the goal is to lose weight. What are the actions that are going to create that result? And why do they matter? We talked about whys on an episode, developing your list of whys. Why does it matter that you do these things? You can go back and listen to that episode. So be specific. What is it that I want to do consistently in order to lose weight? We've talked about protocols. We've talked about the practical steps. That is in one of the episodes, and I will link episodes in the show notes. So be specific. Get clear on what it is you want to do and why you want to do it. And an example of that would be, I'm drinking 100 ounces of water every day because I know that hydration fuels my body, fuels my mind, and helps with weight loss. That's clear, specific, why you want to do it. Then you want to build in simplicity. Make it as easy as possible to do the thing. And if you can, make it so easy to do the thing that it would be harder not to do the thing, if that makes sense. So start with the smallest habits possible. And the smaller it is, the easier it is to repeat. And this is where I say start where you're at. Start where you're at, commit to what you're willing to do consistently, and do it from a place of love. So you're going to start simple, start small. If you're not ready to drink 100 ounces of water, even though you weigh 200 pounds or more, start with, I'm going to drink 60 ounces of water, or I'm going to drink 45 ounces of water, depending on where you're at. How much water is it that you want to start drinking right now to develop a habit to get consistent in doing that? So then you can level up. So what is the thing that you want to do? And what is like the smallest amount of it that you can commit to consistently that you can do no matter what? So it could be, if you're wanting to incorporate moving your body, instead of, I go to the gym for an hour every day, that might not be something that you can do consistently, but I can do a 15-minute walk consistently. Like, there's no reason that I can't do a 15-minute walk, even if it's inside my house. If it's storming outside, I can walk around my house for 15 minutes at some point in any given day. So you want it to be clear. You want it to be simple. And with the simplicity, Elizabeth Benton, I love this. She talks about starting with consistency and then building in intensity. So start simple. So I can walk for 15 minutes a day, no matter what. And then when you're in the habit of being consistent about getting that 15 minutes in, then you can look at it and go, I could up it to 20 minutes a day. Or I can consistently walk for 15 minutes a day every day, and I can also lift some weights 3 days a week. So start with simple, get consistent, and then you can level up and you can make the habit longer or make it more intense. So you want it to be clear, you want it to be simple, and you want to set your environment up to help you to be successful. Set yourself up for success in your environment. And that can be, I mean, really, it can be keeping your space clean. It can be keeping your space clutter free. When our space is clutter free, it's a reflection of our clutter free minds. When our space is cluttered, our minds are also cluttered. And that takes away clarity and it takes away simplicity when we have cluttered space. I'm talking to myself here, people. I'm talking to myself. So your surroundings will help in your behavior. Having your water bottle or water jug or whatever it is out on the counter, or having a post-it note on your fridge to remind yourself to drink water. Keeping your workout clothes or your shoes in a place that is not cluttery, but that you see them. Not having foods in your house that really your ideal self doesn't want to be eating anyway. Putting, like I said, post-it notes, reminders on your phone to help you to whatever, drink the water, move your body. If you're doing intermittent fasting, whatever it is, set up your environment to help you to be successful. How can you make, even in your environment, how can you make that simple? So you want to be clear, keep it simple, and set your environment up to help you be successful. And in all of this, when you are working on being consistent, your mindset, your thoughts are going to try to get in the way. Your brain wants to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and exert as little energy as possible. So you are going to, your brain, not you, your brain is going to try to talk yourself out of being consistent. It's going to throw perfectionism at you. Oh, you didn't do it yesterday. You might as well not do it. It's too late to start over. You're never going to do it anyway. You always quit. So we can use the creation cycle that we talked about previously. Notice those unhelpful thoughts. Name the emotion that it's creating. Challenge the thought. Is that 100% true? And then replace that thought. Just because I didn't do it yesterday doesn't mean I can't do it today. One day doesn't break my habit. I am going to keep showing up for myself. And also do it from a place of there is no condemnation, no shame, with love. Consistency comes from a place of love, not punishment or shame or negative self-talk. It can be really helpful in building consistency. I love it's forming habits, right? It's habit formation. I love the habit books, Atomic Habits, Tiny Habits. I love all of that. And I also I have come to like thinking of habits as rhythms. It's the rhythms of my day. This is what I do in the morning. This is what I do during the day. This is what I do in the evening, kind of things. So I like to think of them as rhythms, which also makes it not so rigid. I don't want it to be rigid. I want it to feel feel good. Kind of like music, right? When you think of rhythm, you think of music. So not rigid rules or routines. And what I have really come to embrace is in my daily planning, I know the things that I want to accomplish throughout the days. And when I do my morning planning and I look at what I have planned, what I've already committed to during certain times of the day, then I can fill in, okay, it makes sense to go for a walk at this time today. I get up early, so I do my devotions first thing in the morning. I start with my water. So I get up, drink my water, get my coffee. I've been working on doing squats while I'm waiting for my coffee to be made. So I have this rhythm in my morning routine. And then my morning routine planning determines when I'm going to do my walk, when I'm going to record a podcast, when I'm going to write an email. So where can you create rhythms of habits to help you to do this work more consistently, these things that you want to do more consistently? You could start to implement this by just picking one thing. What's one daily rhythm that I want to incorporate this week? And it would be, after I do this, and do that consistently for a while, and then add another daily rhythm. And it can be, James Clear talks about habit stacking. So it can be, after I drink my coffee or after I make my coffee, I sit on the couch and do my devotions. It can be, after I brush my teeth, I get dressed to go for a walk. Whatever it is for you, whatever it is that you're working on. And you can tie it to who you're becoming. I'm doing this because I'm becoming a person who prioritizes movement, who is well hydrated so that I have mental clarity and my body operates optimally. Whatever it is. So what is one simple habit that you can create a rhythm in your life this week? And how do you want to think about that habit or that rhythm? And how can you set up your environment to help you succeed in doing that consistently? And remember to keep those habits small, keep them doable, focus on the intensity, or I'm sorry, rewind, focus on the consistency, not the intensity. And when your brain wants to throw out, it's not enough, just remind yourself, it's the perfect amount for right now. I am working on being consistent, and then I'm going to work at being, doing it more intensely. And just remember, you don't need to be perfect to make progress. You just need to keep going. You just need to keep going, one thing at a time, one step at a time. You are becoming that future version of you, one consistent step and one renewed thought at a time. And if you would like any help with this, as always, if you want to work one-on-one or want to see what it would look like to work one-on-one, schedule a Right Fit call and we can chat about that. If you would like to get my habit tracker to download to help you with creating consistency in your life, the link is in the show notes to get my habit tracker. Go back and watch the other weight loss videos and keep tuning in. Subscribe, like, follow, whatever it is on the platform that you're watching or listening to this. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your reviews. I would love to, you can message me on Instagram at Coach Shanna P. You can email me, hello@shannapizer.com. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you're thinking about the podcast episodes. I would also love to hear about anything that you would like me to address in the future. So thank you so much for being here. And remember, progress, not perfection. Consistency matters. Small steps taken over time consistently create amazing results. And remember that transformation comes from the renewing of your mind. Have a great day.